Hello, everybody. It is time for Curiosity Challenge week number 3. I am Nathaniel, aka twitch.tv/the_ida, and this is Zechariah Brown, aka twitch.tv/SwordsAndStatutes. Now, you're either watching live on Twitch or undead on the YouTube. Zach, high five. Okay. What is curiosity?
Well, man, I'm so glad you're curious to know. It is the most affordable, the most accessible format in Magic. We take the most recent set of paper standard Magic cards and make a minimum 40 card deck from them. Within that minimum 40 card deck, there are rarity restrictions. Your deck must include 2 rare or mythic singleton cards. Your deck must also include 6 uncommons with a maximum of 2 copies of any one uncommon. The rest of your deck is filled out with commons, up to 4 copies of any one common, and basic lands. Unlimited amounts of those. There's also an 8-card sideboard without rarity restrictions, but in games 2 and 3, your deck must meet the aforementioned rarity restrictions. It's that easy.
So 6 uncommons. Now, is that max, or can I just run 0 uncommons?
No, so it's a requirement. It's mandatory. You have to have 6.
Nice.
No less, no more. Gotta have 6.
Got to have 6. Well, one thing that makes our little thing fun is that each week you play, you can get a raffle ticket just by playing to win a set booster box of the next set, which is Agents of the Midnight Hunt Fighting Neon Laser Tag. I think that's what it's called.
That's exactly it.
And so we will announce the winner at our tournament at the end. But until then, it is time to go to round number 1. Here we are, VOW week number 3 of the Curiosity Tournament. Now, we're watching Deggy face J-Blades. Deggy is running some kind of spirit deck.
Deggy is always running them spirit decks. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But Vampire Slayer. Now, main deck Vampire Slayer seems weak. I wonder what the reasoning behind that was.
I don't know. I think mainly because there are a couple of vampire decks sort of out in the wild. We know that Trachy is running their vampire list from week 1. So we could potentially be seeing that come back.
Gotcha. Now, here's the thing. And it's something that has been happening a lot lately to me. And I just very uncomfortable with it. But, I think I just need to tell someone. Oh, my God, What's wrong with your eyes? What did you just look at?
I'm looking at our MTG Melee. And it makes me want to scream.
MTG Melee, the best free thing that we use currently.
The best free thing that we use currently is
Discord.
Yeah.
So, here's this thing. You're getting older.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I'm turning 30 next week.
Turning 30 next week.
Wild.
I feel like when you get older, sometimes you catch yourself getting older, right?
Yeah.
So today, I was doing the dishes, and I forgot that I had thrown out my old sponge, right?
Uh-huh.
And let me tell you, when I opened up that new sponge, and I put soap on it for the first time, and it was like, still... bounce, kind of, that bounce that new sponges have. I was like, oh my God, this is so fucking awesome. And I immediately thought, holy shit, I am old.
No, I totally know that. It's like when you get a new toothbrush and it's like, damn, this feels nice.
This is fresh. So talking about fresh, Deggy doing some imprisonment. Now, imprisonment also feels ooh.
Nice. Fleeting Spirit is one that
I
what the
am
hell is
unsure
that?
what happened here.
I think that Deggy thought about exiling and then changed their mind.
Oh,
It
because
was
they
like, I
had
can just
something
make it
that did it.
indestructible.
But this is what I don't like about Sigarda's imprisonment.
What?
Like this deck just seems weird. So you have main deck Vampire Slayer, which isn't even a good card. Just straight up not a good card. Maybe it's a good sideboard card possibly, but it's not a good card. And I think it's only good in a green white deck, but Sigarda's imprisonment main decking when there's a lot of exploit, like you see that, hey, cool, now I have a target that I pretty much am just gonna use it on. I wonder though if Deggy's running this style because it looks like he's just a monocolored deck.
He is a monocolored deck. He's mono white, and we're good. Let me pull up his list here because it was something where when I read it, I was like, oh, this looks like something I would build. It looks very fun in that sense. Like his two rares are Hallowed Haunting and Catilda. We're actually seeing a couple of Catildas this week, which haven't seen yet, but Catilda's a pretty good card.
I love this play. So usually you'd put it on. You'd want to put Sagradas on the scab, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that works. Oh, so you'd want to put it on the scab because you want your opponent to exile it, but by your opponent being at 3 life.
Mm-hmm.
You can't even. Oh my God, Jayfish going down to 1.
Wow, Jayfish is going hard here.
He's searching for what? Meat Hook? Is Meat Hook Massacre in this format?
That's a different set. Is Jayfish gonna do the thing? Is he gonna? Oh, he is. Is he gonna exploit himself? Oh, Jayfish falling on his blade
to the lose.
For the lulz.
For the lulz.
So interesting about Deggy's list here. He's running Radiant Grace, which members of our community said is a trash card. Because you have to do too much work to get the effect that you're kind of wanting, the sort of authority of the consoles thing. But I don't know. I think by invitation only would be a good bring in here.
Well, if he hits the submit button, he just did an illegal deck.
Really?
Oh. All right, we are back real quick. There was a slight issue. Deggy hasn't had their morning coffee or afternoon coffee. Made a little bit of a mistake, and mistakes happen, especially when this format is
so grueling.
It's not hard coded in,
Right. It's not like Alchemy.
No, Tripleton. The biggest Magic the Gathering format, Tripleton, which is hard coded into. Oh,
Jesus Christ!
Deggy mulligans with 1 land, mulligans with another land. Oof, you got a mulligan.
How many lands is
16?
Our boy.
He kept it. You have 1 creature. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Blades goes down to 5, and Deggy off the top gets a cleanse.
Yeah, I think that was a bit risky keep, but the odds of getting another planes were pretty good.
High five. Cool.
Yeah.
But I just his it's so what a weird deck. Necro Duality
Ooh.
turn 4. Now Jayfish is in love with Necro Duality. Now you have your opponent has 4 removal spells in hand. Or sorry, 2, 3, 3.
3. Yeah.
But with
like,
each creature becoming a copy.
Oh man, Jayfish could exploit the token and oh my god.
You know,
Yes, please.
needs these. Oh, he doesn't even draw cards. He says, "Hammer at me. I've got a lot of creatures."
Jayfish only has 1 card in hand though, so Deggy's got the card advantage going here.
Card advantage, but not the spell playing advantage.
Oh my god. And Soren. Holy shit. So like this week on Bruise Days, I made a mono black vampire deck with Soren as its kind of like main engine.
Oh yeah.
And that card, it fucks almost as much as it looks like it does.
Nice. Bruise Days every Tuesdays, if we're there.
Yeah. You know, I think I might I'm going to actually make that deck tech. Yeah, mono black aggro and Curiosity Vow.
You heard it first. If you're watching this video and Zachariah Brown has not made the deck tech,
you can come to our Discord and you can shame me.
Shame.
But if I have made the video, it'll be linked somewhere.
It will be linked on the website. Okay, Double Strike. Now, with the Adamant Wills in hand, this can get adamantly out of control.
That's adamantly correct.
Hollowed Haunting does adamantly what?
I think it does absolutely nothing at this point. Because, yeah, Deggy has 1 spirit in play, but and another spirit in hand, but I don't know.
Wonder if we're gonna see a double block.
There we go. Let's get it in.
Here comes the Adamant Will. Adamant Will does take it up a notch. Oh, bleed dry. Oh, and
nice.
Deggy says,
gonna
I
just
have had
concede.
enough. Oh, wait. He says,
Maybe not. Maybe not.
I haven't had enough.
Jayfish getting that Wretched Thong. That's going to power things out with that Necro Duality.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Wow.
Oh, if you're Deggy, you are just so sad.
I think we will absolutely see Deggy bring in by invitation only in his next sideboarding. But yeah,
because these circles of confinement and imprisonment, they're great cards, but when your opponent pops off like this,
yeah. I mean, the thing about
Soren does the alting of Soren.
Oh, holy shit! Wow. Good job, J Blades.
And Tiger's in the chat. Tiger, why aren't you playing
what's
this
up?
week?
Yeah.
You made an awesome deck that so Tiger made this Necro Duality deck.
Where did he post it?
He posted it onto our Discord.
Oh, wow.
Says gotta get up early on Sundays to go feed his fish. And he is in Europe, so I understand that. Fish come first. That's a phrase we have in Indiana.
Fish come first.
Yeah, if you are driving you know,
Yeah.
and you're on a road, and it's a crosswalk. Actually, fish have priorities since fish come
Wow.
first.
Okay.
But it posted a Necroduality deck. Yesterday when I was streaming, I lost so many games. I just lost all my games. I was so, you know how like you lose so much that you just get so sad. I
Yeah.
was so sad, so I switched up to like the best of one like mono white deck that I've been
Uh-huh.
playing. That's really good. I lost like 4 games in a row, and I was like, my whole life is worthless, right?
Jeez.
But there's that Alchemia, All Come In Me event.
All come in me?
All Come In Me event. And I was like, I don't have a alchemy deck, and I'm not going to make an alchemy deck because it doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah. I think with the alchemy event, I'm going to play it for the rewards and then never touch the format again.
Yeah, no, that's the only reason. The awards are so good.
Yeah.
Even alchemy packs, which are not something I care about, um, you still get
Yeah. You get wildcard progression.
yeah, progression, but 1,000 experience points.
Yeah.
Claws. So, but Tiger, I actually won with that deck. The Necro. Talking to you on how you're supposed to play the deck a little bit helped me out. And then Clausies, how you doing? We haven't talked about this game at all. It's kind of the opposite of what was happening last week or last game.
I feel like Jayfish being stuck on 2 blue is really yucking their yums.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? Jayfish may have it.
Clausies finished his project. We're gonna be watching UFC tonight. Legally.
Oh, yeah.
Legally. So, you know, if you're interested in watching it legally, so what Clausies and I do, because we support UFC, and we Skype while we're watching it together.
You spent 14 hours coding over the past day. That is wild. What were you coding? Were you like making something that could solve the world?
Jayfish has death.
Nothing. Yeah, that's what Jayfish has.
All right, so kind of a weird few games now. Jayfish getting crushed. I think the first match was kind of back and forth.
Yeah.
Then the second match, Jayfish crushed it due to a land gap. And then at the third game of the match, Jayfish he was the one in drought.
It always sucks to be in drought, you know?
Yeah. Being in a drought is rough. I'm in a drought right now. But you know who's not in the drought? The people playing the next round.
Wow. I think it's Tragedy. Yeah.
Here we are, round number 3. It is Sarracenia versus Degosaurus Rex.
Degosaurus Rex coming off a pretty swingy match, round 1.
Mm-hmm.
And Sarracenia taking round 1 as well against Tragedy with the previously winning Rakdos Vampires list. Sarracenia's, though, is running a Orzhov build in Korean.
In Japanese. I think we went over that.
And something we can't read.
Something unreadable. This guy is mad.
What's your feel on Panicked Bystander?
I think Picnicking Bystander is a scam. I think a lot of these cards, that a lot of the cards in Midnight Hunt that are not
Oh God, that was a great turn.
on VOW. Oh, okay.
Wow.
I feel like there's so much setup in a lot of these cards, in a lot of these sets, right? Or in some of these cards. So like the card that, what's it do? What's that card I'm thinking? Oh, Catilda. The card that that catapults things. Like you need to have 3 of something.
Yeah.
It just seems like, oh, the setup is so much. Like, and if you top deck it at the right time, it's good. But like, if you don't, like, you're setting this up, it's too much. And then there's a lot of the vampires where it's like, have X blood tokens. Trachy says, picnicking bystander doesn't have much setup.
It's a good point, and the fact that it doesn't have much setup, and like whenever it or another thing dies, you get life, and that's why we saw that great turn for Sarracenia where they let it die and then played the bat to get it back. I do see what you're saying, though. I feel like that's also archetype specific, where we're like black-white life gain, you really have to be going all in on that. Like Markov Purifier, which I do think is being played.
God, Markov Purifier. I hate that card.
That card, it takes, that is a card that does take a lot of setup. You have to be able to gain life, and then you have to have open mana. So late game, it's wonderful. But if you get Markov Purifier down turn 3 to just have something to block and kind of get some board presence, it's probably just going to die and not get you any of the value that it really has.
Yeah, and I think what we just saw is that Deggy cannot read Japanese. Okay, wait, no, Sarracenia can't read Japanese. I don't know what just happened.
Ooh.
Oh, did that? Okay.
I'm assuming that was a nice from Deggy.
Because this guy stabbing someone is only on attackers, not on defenders. It's one of those rare white cards. I feel like that.
Well, actually, I think you can make it. You can give Fleeting Spirit first strike, either or. It doesn't have to be attacking. You just have to pay a white and exile 3 cards from your graveyard.
No, I'm talking about the 2 mana card.
Fierce Retribution. Yeah, that is attacking creature.
Yeah.
There's another one that's attacking or blocking, I think.
Chanchi says Markov Putrefier is pivot from Parasite. There's a lot of stuff going on in that.
That makes sense. I can see that, Trachy, because Parasitic Grasp, if you need another removal, if you're playing a heavy creature build, it makes sense, especially if it's humans.
Or if you need a friend.
Yeah. A parasitic friend.
A parasitic friend.
You know what would have been kind of cool to be able to say that you had?
A friend, yeah.
A parasitic twin.
Ooh. An adamant will. Oh, doing. You got to block. You can't take 15. Or 10, I mean.
10. Yeah, you got to block here.
You got to block here. Because now, what are you thinking? Oh, maybe my opponent has...
There's nothing white that gives trample.
Well, and the next thing, the thing is you block,
You just bleed dry next turn.
Yeah, bleed that thing dry. What does your opponent have? Doggone diddly. Or maybe I guess you don't. You take
I
the
guess
10.
the thing about Fleeting Spirit, the fact that it can what's it called? Phase out.
Does it phase out for mana?
No, or actually it flickers. It doesn't fade or phase. You have to discard a card. So yeah, this block is correct, but keeping I think Sarracenia is probably best to wait until Deggy has played out their hand a bit more. Well, it's fine though, since they can also get back bystander with bat. That's a good point. Yeah,
This is smart
gonna
play.
gain some life, get back bystander.
Nope. I think we're bleeding dry. We're gonna see what your opponent puts. What creature gets the buff? And the answer is neither of them. I'm phasing out. I want the world to know. Gonna kiss a hoe.
The difference between phasing out and flickering, that's the yeah. I was just about to ask what's the real difference, but Trachy read my mind there. Yeah, phasing it keeps the auras on it, but flickering it would get rid of everything. So yeah, there's a decent play there.
Have you ever flickered?
You know, I have. Like I'll have days when I'm very flickery. I'll just be like I'll be writing something and then I'll just like forget what I'm doing.
Oh, that actually happens to me. Oh,
Okay.
Not a fan. Trachy says kind of funny because it's anti-synergy with the auras.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
I could see that, but also it's just it has. I feel like it, but you discard a card. Am I not?
Yeah. So it's something where you could like
Fill up
if
your
you have
yard.
an ancestor or something like that you want to just disturb later, just get rid of that and then be able to play it once it comes back.
Here's the thing: if you could disturb your ancestors,
I think I would do that pretty easily.
which one would you disturb?
Well, one of my ancestors was a
Slave owner, obviously.
Probably, but he was one of the Sons of Liberty, and is like he was like friends with like Paul Revere and all those guys. So I'd probably like hit him up, be like, "What up, John Marston? Let's chat." My dad's like looked into all this shit, and I'm like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, no, it is really cool. So for the folks who don't know what the Sons of Liberty are, these swords will tell us a great part of American history.
They were part of. I need to look it up. I know generally, but I'm not confident enough to say something without getting it wrong. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I do not know because I
do not
know
what this play is.
The play is it's getting adamant willed, and
was that a waste of a bleed dry?
No, because it would have done 5.
Oh yeah, it would have done 15 or 10 damage.
A lot of no, it didn't have sex on it. This is a good play. Give yourself life. Don't touch me like that, Daddy. You know.
The Sons of Liberty were a loosely organized clandestine political organization active in the 13 American colonies, founded to advance the rights of the colonies and fight taxation against the British government. Thanks, Wikipedia.
And now we can't tax billionaires. Thanks a lot, Sons of Liberty. You win! And that's why I can't buy a house.
My dad also found out that like we're somehow related to some Italian prince.
Ooh. Wait, you're Italian?
No, I'm like this is like way back relatives. My mom is French Acadian.
Acadian or Canadian?
Acadian.
What the fuck is that?
So that was like French settlers who landed in Canada and then migrated down to Louisiana.
So all the like they went to Canada and they're like, yo, you guys are too hick to be around here.
It's too fucking cold.
It's funny.
And then like English. So yeah. What your mom's Puerto Rican, right?
No, that was a dream I had.
Oh my god.
My mom.
Tragic.
Do I look like I have anything besides straight white in me?
Oh my god.
No. Oh my god. Well, I mean, this game is getting Sarracenia's on a.
Sarracenia, I think, has this locked. They can traveling minister gain cards off of Markov.
How?
Traveling minister gains you life.
Oh, is Markov? There's no minimum? I thought it was 2 life, but it's just any.
I think it's just any if you gain life this turn. Yeah.
But it's at the end of the turn? It's not on a trigger.
Yes, at the beginning of your end step.
Anyways, no, my mom was actually born in Libya, not Puerto Rico.
Okay. Not Puerto Rico.
And you're like, wow, Nathaniel, you don't look African American. And that's true. Well, I guess it would be African.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yes.
Because she was born on an Air Force base.
Oh.
My grandparents are 100% Lithuanian on that side. And then on the other side, my dad's side, they're 100% Ukrainian. So I'm a 50-50 Ukraine,
You're a
Lithuanian.
You're lifting the cranes.
Lifting the cranes. So I'm like the Midwest of Europe and the Midwest of the United States. Like Ukraine is straight up like the Indiana of Europe. of Eurasia, right?
I guess. I don't know.
Cause here's the thing. Indiana has 0 important things, just like Ukraine, but every once in a while, every 1,000 years, something exciting happens that's worth note.
I don't know. More like every 10 years now.
That's for Ukraine. Indiana.
Yeah. Oh, Indiana.
1,000.
Yeah. Jayfish says that Zenoise's deck is fire. I love Zenoise's deck. It's a blue-red. The rares are Maniform Hellkite and something else that is just like almost, it's wild. Yeah. Manifold Hellkite and Consuming Tide. It's like, what in the world? So
Is this game still going?
this is still game one.
Oh my god.
I'm surprised that Sarracenia hasn't closed it out yet with just the flyer.
Because he's only doing 3 damage a turn.
Is Deggy gaining life though?
No, it's just been. Actually, Sarracenia is the one who's just gaining life. Now it's got the Heron Master.
I like the Heron.
Oh yeah,
All the Herons are pretty good. I like Herons generally as well.
Like, is that something that people eat?
Let's find out. I think you could probably eat a Heron.
Or is it Tiger? Maniform Hellkite is very cool. Maniform Hellkite is pretty cool. Is that in this set or is that a Midnight Hunt?
That's in this set.
Oh, nice.
I think.
Consuming Tide is garbage.
Correct. You cannot hunt a heron.
Cannot hunt a heron.
That sounds like a children's book. But,
it's like the NRA's, like, or the not NRA's, the DNR's.
Do not resuscitate.
No, the Department of Natural Resources. I should get a DNR tattoo on my chest. I don't. Here's the thing. Not because I want to die, but because I don't want to be one of those people who's like, I could have died and now my whole life has changed. Just, you know, and now, and then for the rest of your life, you're the guy who almost died. You know? And you're just like full of like positivity and
oh yeah, fuck those people.
And then like you don't allow yourself to get sad because you almost died.
Yeah.
So just let me die. I don't want to live like that. Because I feel like it's so crazy if you think about like how many times you could have almost died in your life.
Literally every time you get in a car.
Oh God, what are you? No, like I'm talking about like near death. Like
yeah.
Like if this would have happened, I would have died. If this was like a second later, I would have died or whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter until you're just like, whoa, that was crazy. I could have died. And then you just go on with your life. You have to actually end up in the hospital to like have that feeling, you know, of I'm gonna stop eating popcorn every night and get my life together.
I thought you loved popcorn.
I love popcorn.
Yeah.
The thing is, I can never make popcorn as good of an experience
It's the fucking movie theater.
as the movie theater or like other people making popcorn for me. I think it's an other people thing.
That makes sense. That's like yeah, no, I had not thought about that. It's like the act of having to make something just takes away some of that goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And I feel like with popcorn, I don't know how to make it right. My parents made so much popcorn growing up, right? And my dad would melt the butter and like put it on, right? And maybe it's a vegan butter thing, but it just doesn't taste that as good. And then there's like butter spray or like, but that movie theater popcorn is just fucking oil. Like it's nothing special, and they sell it, and then you're just like, I don't know.
We just do the like coconut oil.
See, the best, is it? See, I have an air popper, And
Yeah.
air poppers don't make the best popcorn, but they make the healthiest popcorn.
Really?
Because you don't need oil.
We've looked at getting an air popper because
Mm.
it's pretty quick too, right?
Yeah, super quick. And it's
Wow.
they're like it's not messy. What? Oh, what? Wait, what? Oh, wait, what? I like this by Deggy, the sideboard tech.
Does that exile things?
It exiles things in graveyards, yes.
Wow.
And right now, if you look at Sarracenia is trying to do the math. How do I gain life this turn?
So I can get my shit out. So I can get my
Because
purifier out.
parasitic embrace is only it costs 2 to humans.
To a human. Yeah, we ain't
And
got
there
any
ain't
humans.
no humans in this place.
However, he could do parasitic embrace to panicked
Kill its own
broad
thing.
stepper, kill his own thing, gain a life, get the thing out.
Yeah, but you guys are saying panic broad sticker is so much nice. And here we go. Deggy says, I read your shit. And sandbagging, holding on.
We're going in here.
To get the
Parasitic
removal.
ass doesn't exile either.
It does not, no.
Excuse me.
Are you okay, buddy?
Yeah, that was a big old yawn. It was like the lawn yawn.
The lawn yang.
Trachy, back on popcorn. They don't have the machines like they do at the movies, or the like teenager to angrily hand it to you.
And I think a big part about popcorn at the movie theaters is you get a mixture of freshly popped popcorn and stale popcorn.
Well, that depends. Like when my mom and I would go to the movies when I was younger,
She'd yell at them, "You better get rid of every single thing."
she would ask, "Is this fresh popcorn?" And then they would be like, "It's kind of fresh." She'd be like, "Can you make more?"
Oh my god, your mom's such a Karen. Like, yeah.
She's the same way with like hot coffee. If coffee is not like freshly made, she won't drink it. Whereas I will drink cold coffee. I drank an entire thermos of coffee that I had made on Thursday yesterday.
It's still warm.
Yeah, because it's a thermos.
The thermos.
The thermos.
I think, but I feel like coffee is a little bit different because people have that vibe. They just like they're paying for a fresh drink.
That's true.
But when it's
That's
your
true.
own, you just don't give a fuck. Because then that means you're the one who got yourself in this situation.
Yeah, I'm the idiot who ate a large iced coffee from McDonald's and didn't expect it to be the size of a large Coke. It's the size of my head.
That was you?
Yeah, well, like on Thursday I went to go to the dentist and I didn't eat breakfast beforehand, so I went to Mickey D's afterward and I got breakfast and a large coffee.
You went to the dentist and then ate food afterwards?
Yeah.
I thought that was illegal.
No.
I thought it was you had to wait like 2 hours to eat.
No, it's just for hot drinks. That's why I got iced coffee.
What?
And it's only if you get fluoride.
But then you don't get to enjoy a clean mouth.
You do if you live right.
But then why would you go to the orthodontist?
Because you gotta get them checkups.
How often do you brush your teeth?
I brush my teeth twice a day.
Every day?
Every day.
Oh my god. How many cavities have you had?
Four,
Nice.
I think. It is. It's a low number. It's like less than 10.
Wait, people get 10?
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah, I think I've only had like 4 cavities.
You know how many cavities I've had?
How many?
1.
Wow.
You know how many times I brush my teeth?
How many?
I would say in a week, 5. If I'm single, it's 5. If I think I'm going to kiss someone, I would say it could be 10. I brush my teeth before I go to work.
That makes sense. And actually, so like on the weekends, I sometimes don't brush my teeth in the mornings, but I always brush them before bed.
Do you know guess how often I shower
Per week?
per week?
3 or 4?
Probably twice, max.
Wow.
And you would say, "Oh, Nathaniel, you have terrible acne. You should shower more." I've tried doing it and it doesn't change. I found this game is
You
going
have terrible acne.
It's because of the video.
Oh.
Well, I get like I have like my cheeks are always red from like little bits, and my forehead is and you can't see that in the video that well because of the depthness of the quality. Right?
Yeah.
But I don't get like pussy ones. I just get
the
red
ones.
The red ones. But anyway, I found a Facebook did this thing, right? You know, the history thing, and it said I had a thing from when I was in college, and it said like I'm trying to take more than 1 shower a month. I'm trying to take one because I just I
oh my god.
I enjoy my smell. And back then I was drinking like a ton of water and a ton of green tea, which makes you smell perfect, right?
Oh.
And I enjoy other people's like pheromones if I like them, and I don't want them to shower either. I mean, like, I think showering is fine, but soap, no. Like, if I'm intimate with someone, I want them using the least amount of soap possible. You ever been like, I feel like I'm the kind of person that people are like, you know how some people are like, "Hey, I'm weird," and you're like, "You're not that weird." And then I have conversations like this, you know, and I'm like, I don't really think I'm that weird, and then I just think I'm a little bit different, and then I have conversations like Deggy was sick of us talking.
Deggy was like, "Go take a shower."
Showering. So that was the greatest coverage ever. And we will be right back with VOW Week 3, Match 3.
Did they know?
All right, here we are, the final game of the week. Now, you're probably saying, this is by far the best coverage you guys have put on. You have talked the most about the games I've been watching, and just given really great in-depth analysis. You know what I'm just noticing? This is a Christmas theme Caladine. Sorry, holiday themed.
That's right.
Sorry, holiday themed.
Yeah, this holiday themed Kaldheim, I'm digging. I wonder if they'll ever figure out how to monetize their game by just selling some fucking sleeves or play mats like this, rather than injecting the Tripleton format with things that they don't need.
I don't know. I think the Tripleton format is by far taken the world by storm. I like this play.
Ooh, yeah, this is a very strong start here with double Traveling Minister. So
And
Kavross is a new player. This is their first week, and they're running a very strong-looking white-red aggro list. It was when I was looking at decks, this was the one that I sort of called it.
You called it?
Yeah.
What?
I was like, this
What'd
is the
you
one to
call it?
win.
Oh,
this is the one to win.
The one that will win.
Yeah.
When I was looking at decks, I called that Jayfish would win, because if anyone deserves to win, it's Jayfish.
That's true.
I like this play. I am going to get 2 life in. Or 2 it. What? Oh! A blocky. No blocky. And we're going to see Sarracenia's strat of playing the bat to get the card back. I thought I could find a rhyme there, but
Bat.
What are you snacking on?
I'm snacking on a snack bar, and I'm texting Megan because I'm trying to meet up with someone, but
she's trying to meet up with someone.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
And but they keep like ducking her. They're just like, or they're not like giving good answers.
What's a great answer?
A great answer is, I'll be at this place at this time. Does that work for you?
Not really. This place and this time is not. What is this person, a relative?
No, this is someone who is who's a family friend who is going to be purchasing services.
Okay. Is this the person with the big order?
Yeah, this is the person with the big order that they have to that she has to fit in.
She's fitting in this big order?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
So Kavross dropping in Welcoming Vampire. I'm a big fan of Welcoming Vampire. I've been running that in a mono white Death and Taxes build in Standard. Which is a really good card. It's got a lot of value, especially in this format too, when a lot of the key cards are commons. And they're all having them 2 or less power.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. It is great. But with Edgar Makovich coming out, it's gonna be hard.
What you?
Oh God, to deal with.
What you?
Uh-oh. Leroy's upset. He's crying. Leroy, it's okay, bud.
It's okay, buddy. Ooh, Fiery Bolt, or whatever it's called. Flameless Bolt.
It's Flameless Bolt. It's a bolt that is not for flamers.
I have a comment about that after.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Triple traveling ministers. I was going to add another T, but
triple traveling.
We got a whole
Tamagotchis.
Goddamn missionary troop.
Yeah, they're gonna go to some, area of the world that's pretty chill and happy with their culture, and tell them,
give them smallpox.
You gotta take the smallpox. I got smallpox for you, daughter.
Yo, I heard you guys like blankets.
Oh my God. So honestly, I don't think that you do this. I think you just attack out. I think you attack out.
Yeah, that was a mistake. I think Sarracenia should have just buffed up Edgar as we're seeing now and just attack down.
I don't. I 100% disagree. I think you buff Edgar once and attack with the other two.
Mm.
Guarantee taking out your opponent's creatures, or see, because what you. I mean, I guess there's the blood token when that one creature dies, but does it matter?
So maybe the play for this turn, though, is to do what you just suggested of, well...
No, now you don't get a trade. It just goes and gets its butt hurt on an envelope.
You could possibly get a trade if one of the ministers are pumped to 3/1.
Okay. All right, Jack. I get what you're saying.
However, the dancing vampire, that's a great card. It accelerates. It's just good stuff.
What's your favorite vampire?
You know, I am not a fan. I can tell you what my least favorite vampire is. That is an emotional vampire.
Ooh. What's an emotional? Is that the Twilight ones?
No. It's someone who, they don't suck your blood, but when you're around them, you just feel like shit. It's just like all right. I just can't be around you because being around you makes me
horny.
Hate everything.
Oh yeah, hate everything. I could see that. I used to have a friend that I stopped talking to.
Yeah, that sounds like an emotional vampire.
I feel like you might pick up on this. It's a Wolos thing.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, oh, I don't want to talk to this person ever again. There's going to be no kind of, definite, ending to the story. It's just going to be, I don't. But yeah, I actually was in the at Kroganerstan, and I know that my old friend shopped there, and some lady did a double take on me, and I was just like, oh shit, it's gonna be her. But no, it's just some random ass lady who's like, who the fuck is this guy walking around Kroger with, no care in the world.
Yeah. It's always weird, when you see people that you think you know, and then you look at them just a bit too long. Not that I do that.
That's where you say your fly's down and you giggle and run away.
So I was walking out of Target the other day, and I was walking by and I saw this lady.
Ooh, okay.
She was maybe mid-20s. She's walking to me, or walking toward me from her car, and she had on these black jeans that were kind of tight.
Ooh,
but her fly was open.
Oh.
And I, it was just full on open, unzipped, and
wait, unzipped? What about unbuttoned though?
No, it was not unbuttoned. It was buttoned, but it was unzipped.
Okay.
It was she just forgot. I've done that.
Yeah.
But because they were tight, it was kind of pooching.
Ooh.
And I didn't want to be like, hey, listen, your pussy gonna pop out your pants.
Yeah, a fish mouth.
Yeah. And then it's just I got accosted by this creeper. I got accosted by this creeper in the Target parking lot telling me to zip up my pants. What?
Yeah.
But if that was a man, I would have been like, hey,
your ding dong might pop out.
Zips down, Jeremy.
I feel like nowadays though with men, since we're, I feel like most men that I know wear boxer briefs these days.
Oh, I don't.
What do you wear?
Or briefs.
You wear whitey tighties?
They're not white.
Oh,
they're mostly black.
God. I cannot believe it. You really are a Southern gentleman. Why do you wear...
Always have. I've tried boxers. I've tried boxer briefs, and I cannot deal with the freedom.
You can't deal with the freedom?
Can't deal with the freedom.
Because you have so much cargo, you need it to be...
I need constriction.
You need your cargo, your massive cargo, constricted.
That's my thing. I feel like I need boundaries in most areas of my life, but especially down there.
That makes me wonder if you have a big car, if you're carrying big cargo down there, what is it better to have boxers, or is it better to have briefs? I can't answer that for personal, for myself, but.
No.
Like an elephant trunk, Talking about elephant trunks.
Yeah, talking about elephant trunk. I think they were going to see this diagraph gorge or whatever the fuck it's called come out.
Yeah, quite possibly. Now, I think the devastating defense is better because it can deal with the flyer.
Ooh, yeah. So having both of those in hand is going to be pretty good because, bam, welcoming vampires or dancing vampires is going to pop.
I even think you trade here with your smallpox person and the other person's smallpox person. Because this is going to get buffed to a 2/1. And you're kind of with your... If you play the Gorger next turn, your opponent's not going to attack.
Kavross buffing that, I think that was a mistake. Because, for one, the mana from the dancing vampire or whatever, that doesn't go away between phases.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Well, this is pretty decent.
Yeah, that was very much... That came out so well for Sarracenia.
Yeah, Sarracenia. Just wrecking it like a rectum. Just going the distance,
You ever see Rectum Ralph?
Rectum Ralph? Oh my god.
I don't know how I got that out with a straight face.
Is that a real thing?
I bet it probably is. I'm not gonna Google it.
I am. I already have my cell phone in my hand.
I mean, that just sounds like the perfect parody title. Excuse me. Sarracenia send another Death Toucher. Ooh. Nice.
I'm just gonna say it's just fucking beautiful.
Is it a thing?
It's a little bit of it. Someone's thought of it and did stuff.
Okay.
And it's very PG-13. But it is hilarious. Okay, some of it's a little bit... Okay, moving on. Anyways, so yes, this game's been very interesting. Now, see, here's the thing. If Sarracenia would have traded his missionary position for the other player's missionary, then we wouldn't have taken 3. So now we've taken 3 total. One from the missionary, and then one extra from this folk. So I just feel like you would have been, in a better situation.
This is a The
Big
fact that Drag Skull Infantry. Oh man. All right, there we go. Just gonna exile that.
Some big brain play.
Big brain indeed.
I mean,
this is the shit why we have to mark all of our crap explicit. I was talking about rectum Ralph.
I don't think that was explicit. See, that's like the weird thing between me and a lot of people. Like,
Yeah.
rectum is a body part. When we say rectum Ralph, we're not going in. That's not what we're going into. We're not saying anything nasty. We're just saying rectum Ralph. Whatever nasty things are happening are in your brain, not mine.
That's true. Yeah, that's like, it's like sometimes when we're like at work, when we're having to like, I've had to do a couple things about like the like sexual health.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it's always odd to be like talking to colleagues, we're all in like business attire.
About your sexual lives?
Yeah, about like, well, if we use the word penis rather than genitalia, does that, what is this? Are there any legal effects of that? Usually there are. It's great. All right, Jayfish, thank you so much for being here.
Jayfish, thank you for being a friend.
Jayfish, thank you for being just excellent.
Oh, this is actually our second to last tournament before break.
Oh shit. Yeah.
So next week, which I have some exciting news for next week. But we'll wait until the closing statements.
Yeah, it's this week and then next week, and then we're off for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
The holiday that Very interesting game being played here. Leroy, get a life. You're demoted. You're demoted to floor cat.
Boy.
See? I mean, I guess it doesn't really... I actually don't like the attacks now. Because your opponent is gaining 3 life each turn. You're doing 3. I don't get that play. You just lost 1 life. Oh, you're not even attacking? Oh.
Yeah, just trying to get the draw.
I think they're just sick of getting beat up.
So, Angelic Quartermaster is going to be taken out by the dude stabbing with sword card.
I think dude stabbing with...
You let this through.
You got to play the Evolving Wilds. Because isn't it 7 mana or is it 6 mana for the cleave?
6 mana.
All right, so I don't like.
I don't like cleave.
You don't
cleave
like cleave?
No, it's like it is the worst of the. Oh, this is just kicker. Because like it's, I get why they did it that way, but like just call it kicker.
So I've been over this before. You can't call it kicker.
Or call it something else.
Because you can't call it kicker, because kicker is on cards, right?
That's true. And it has like effects, like if you kick a card.
Yeah, so you're feeding a whole separate set of cards.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I'm a fucking genius.
Yeah. Kavross may have turned this around.
I think they turned it around based on errors that Sarracenia had made
earlier. Yep.
Earlier. Which, I don't think that Sarracenia is out of it. But because no one's actually doing damage.
Is there a flyer that Sarracenia could grab. No.
Yeah.
Purveyor is definitely the one to go with there, I think.
Why doesn't the fucking dude fly?
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like if it did, then it would be way too strong. It's already a very powerful uncommon.
I just think that it shouldn't have a big cape because it looks like a bat. And one side literally looks like fucking bat wings.
That's true. It's one of those things where like, I always think the spirits are flying.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the art and the effect are not congruent.
Yeah, I mean, because sometimes spirits hover, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes spirits don't fly, but vampires also sometimes don't fly. So depends.
Well, what's the line between hovering and flying?
I think hovering is capped by height. There's a height cap to hovering.
It's like you couldn't hover 500 feet.
You cannot hover. I think at 500 feet you'd glide down to your hover height.
Mm-hmm.
But I think hovering is anywhere between like a foot to 8 feet. Maybe like 5 feet. You can hover to the ceiling of your house.
Well, like UFOs can hover. They can just like go to one spot and just.
I'm talking about spirits, though.
Oh,
this is hovering in spirit talk.
Hovering on like non-mechanical things.
On just spirits.
Oh, okay. Yeah, in that case, then yeah, I'm with you. Like a spirit could hover from one floor to the next, but that would not be flying from one floor to the next. This was a weird turn. Sarracenia could have just played the bleed dry on the quartermaster and been in a much better position. What do I know?
What do you know? Wait, you think that a spirit can hover from ground level to second story?
Yeah.
Outside or inside?
Inside.
So using the stairs?
Yeah, like if you're in like an entryway and there's stairs, but the spirit's like, fuck that, I don't have to take the stairs, and it just hovers up.
I disagree.
Well, chat, if you have opinions, let us know here live on Twitch, or if you end up watching all the way through, let us know there.
Congratulations, because we've just been given grade A coverage. Trachy, are we going to play Auto Pets today after Curiosity? We are not. I will be rating swords because I need to edit 4 videos tonight.
You should just stream you editing the videos.
See, you say that, and it's not fun. Because you say that for everything.
I literally streamed putting our podcast together.
Yeah, but see, I honestly, I feel like you are better at just chatting.
Really?
That's like a just chatting thing. You know? Whereas me, I'm not good at anything.
You're very good at things.
But like when it comes to streaming and when I'm doing something, I'm not a talker.
Yeah. No, I feel that.
I don't talk through my problems, I eat them. All right, so this one actually transforms.
Yep.
Does it only transform at instant speed or sorcery speed?
I think so.
Okay. I'm reading the card right now on Sarracenia's board, and it turns out Trachy says yes, so I believe in Trachy. Well. It looks like Sarracenia wins their game. and we will be right back with a quick talk with Sarracenia. All right, here we are with this week's winner, Sarracenia. Sarracenia, how are you feeling after this glorious win?
I feel like Trashy's deck is really good.
So you were playing with Trachy's deck.
Yeah.
Did you guys test, or did you just copy his deck when he sent you his deck or something?
We played a few practice games, and he was playing several decks and gave me them after each one.
Nice.
And this one looked really good, so I took it. I made a couple changes, but it was mostly the same.
Well, so yeah, I mean, looking at this in Sarracenia, you've sort of excelled at playing black-white in various incarnations. Because I mean, you won VOW week 3, or excuse me, mid week 3 with black-white. But I mean, talk to us about some of the card choices here, because like Edgar's pretty strong, but we saw a wedding announcement come out late.
In that last game, it came out late. So Edgar and Wedding Announcement are both like really insane, and the fact that like you have an insane shell around it too, that you're not just depending on your rares, I think makes this deck really good. I think the black-white thing is just a coincidence. They're completely different decks. The black-white deck from last set is set.
So this is week number 3. We're actually halfway through this season. Now, do you think this deck will survive without the rares playable next week?
I definitely think it gets a hit. It's playable, but I definitely think not having Wedding Ceremony is definitely it's definitely a power hit. Like I would definitely consider changing just on the fact that Wedding Ceremony. Edgar is also good. You can probably play without it, but it's Wedding Ceremony that you don't want to lose.
Well, so this week, I mean, we had the sort of boogeyman of the format, Averbrook Caretaker, suspended. Do you think that black-white can sort of overpower the werewolves deck?
Yeah, I do think it can. In testing, Tragedy definitely beat me with this life gain deck when I was playing werewolves. So, like, they compete against each other pretty okay. But if Averbrook comes down, this deck will lose though, and that does happen because it's going to be a long game with this deck. But most of the time, it is a good matchup for this deck.
Question on that though, I mean, you do have in the sideboard Path of Peril, which is one of the ways that we've talked about that you can get around Averbrook. So is that the sideboard tech?
Oh yeah, that does work. That actually happened to me when I was playing against Chachi.
Okay.
Yeah, Trachy's putting his 2 cents in chat, saying he did hold up a board wipe for the entire game against Sarracenia when they had Caretaker. So it is one of those cards that you're just like, oh crap, my rare is just to counteract another rare, and I'm effectively out 1 card.
Yeah, this deck is really good at getting to a rare though. Like that last game, you saw that I drew half my deck so I could draw a Wedding Ceremony. And with this deck, you really easily get to 10 cards in your deck, draw your rares. So that might actually be really viable.
I like that.
Yeah. Well, cool, Sarracenia.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sarracenia, and we'll see you next week. Hopefully, we have some spicy stuff going.
Let's see ya.
Sweet.
All right, so that is the end of the week. Now, I said I'd have some exciting news.
Yeah.
And the exciting news is next week is someone's Dirty 30 birthday. Your the light just went off in your fish tank.
Oh.
Does it automatically turn off?
It's automatically. It's like, oh, it's time for sleep. Go sleep, Tony.
Good night, Tony. Anyway, before that awful distraction, I will be spending 4 hours in a car and going to Nashville. I'm not going to say what state. Nashville, Tennessee. There's a Nashville, Indiana.
There is a Nashville. There's also a Nashville, Arkansas.
Ooh. Who asked? Just kidding. And there's going to be something very special.
Very special.
And what I will I actually have a gift.
Oh no.
It just came in the mail.
Oh my gosh.
What is is it a mask?
Oh, is it?
Are we wearing...
Is it a belt?
Is it a belt?
Oh, it's
It's a Speedo!
Oh my god. That's right.
We're doing a hot tub stream.
Hot tub curiosity next week. So yeah, set your calendars. Please, for the love of God, play. But yeah, we'll be doing hot tub curiosity from Brown House, and yeah, we'll see how it goes to get us to midway in the season.
Midway. So until next week, we're Curiosity.